Greeting to all. My name is Ashish Narayanmurthy. ID number S11066225. I am taking one teaching subject, that is technical drawing. This video is recorded on 11th October 2021. In today's class, I'll be discussing on the topic forces and moments, with the different learning outcome from the previous class. In our previous class, we had discussed different type of forces system. We have also identified different type of member support in their purpose. We have also analyzed and calculated the resultant force acting on the beams. In this class, we will determine the reaction at the support on beams graphically. You as our future engineers need to build solutions to a range of problems. As I said earlier, beams are structural elements generally used to resist lateral load. For example, a bridge. Next time if you see a bridge, try to see how beams are used there. You can also design the bridge and show us in our next Zoom class. Let's move on with beam analysis. The resolution of forces acting on beams may be found graphically using Bose notation in that space, a load line, a polar polygon, a funicular polygon or link polygon, or a suitable scale. I have given you an example. I will use this example to show you how to calculate the reaction force RL and RR graphically. The space diagram is given. Example 1. The space diagram of a beam is given with loads of 10 kN, 15 kN and 25 kN arranged at intervals shown. You have to find the reaction at RL and RR graphically. RL means the reaction on the left, RR the reaction on the right. For this question, first of all, you have to draw a free body diagram. So in this question, I have drawn the free body diagram already for you. Next, you have to label using Bose notation. The diagram is already labeled using Bose notation. This is your free body diagram, and it has been already labeled using Bose notation: A, B, C, D, and E. To get the value of RL and RR, we have to draw the load line diagram using the load line scale. Load line diagram, you will draw it here with the load line scale of 10 mm is to 10 kilonewton. Your starting point A is already given here. So the force acting from A to B, the force acting downwards is 10 kilonewton. So if I use my load line scale, 10 mm is to 10 kilonewton. The force from A to B is 10 kilonewton, and the distance I have to find. So I'll cross multiply. The value of x comes to 10 millimeters. So my distance from A to B should be 10 millimeters. I'll measure 10 mm on my compass, go to point A and mark point B on the load line. Then from B to C is 15 kilonewton. I'll use the same scale, load line scale, 10 mm is to 10 kilonewton. Use 15 kilonewton in place of 10 kilonewton here and get the value of x. So the distance from B to C will come to 15 mm if you do a cross multiplication here. It's similar to what you've done from A to B. You have used this one. First from A to B was 10 here, so you use the value 10 here. In this case B to C is 15, so you use 15 here and cross multiply to get the value of x. So B to C is 15 mm. B to C is 15 mm. Then from C to D is 25 kilonewton. I'll use the same scale, same method. In place of 10 here, I'll put 25 and get the value of x. The distance comes to 25 mm. C to D 25 mm. So A to B is 10 mm, B to C is 15 mm, and C to D is 25 mm. Join all these points to a common point O. Okay. Okay, this diagram just I have drawn now is called a load line diagram or a polar diagram. After drawing the load line diagram, you need to draw a link polygon. So this is your load line diagram. After drawing the load line diagram, you will draw the link polygon. To draw the link polygon, you will draw a vertical line from each of the force acting on the beam. Choose the starting point to draw your link polygon. Take line IO from the load line diagram to do the link polygon. Line AO, this one, you take it parallel to draw here AO and label this one is AO. BO, BO, CO, DO. From a starting point and the end point, draw a dashed line, and this will be your EO. Take this line parallel from the link polygon to the load line diagram. And label this SE. So the distance from A to E will give you a value of force for RL, and the distance from E to D will give you the value of force for RR. You will use the scale, load line scale. 10 mm is to 10 kilonewton. Measure the distance from A to E. So in this case here, it's 18 mm. To x, cross multiply the value of x in Newton will be 18 kilonewton. So the force of RL is 18 kilonewton, and RR, measure distance from E to D. So the distance from E to D is 32. I'll use the same scale here. In place of 18 here, I'll put 32 and get the value of x, and the x value is 32. So my value for RR is 32 kilonewton. Okay, once again, measure the distance from A to E, use the scale, load line scale, get the value of RL, measure the distance from E to D, use the load line scale and get the value for RR. Okay. To get sure that your answer is correct, okay, one comma, I told you this before, the sum of the forces acting upward will be equal to sum of the forces acting downward. So the forces acting downwards is 25 plus 15, 30, 40 and 50 kilonewton. Sum of the forces acting upward, 32 plus 18 equals to 50 kilonewton. So my value of RR and RL is correct. Thank you. Okay, I'm giving you one exercise on beams. You have this question in your workbook. Everyone should have a copy of workbook. Those who do not have it can draw this question in a paper and attempt. And when you finish with the question, you try to take a snapshot and send it to me. Okay, anything which is not clear in this lesson, you can ask me in our next Zoom class, which we're going to have next week. Thank you.